Hey everyone, Amber from the Vault here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 3. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right back in, so I'll see you back in just a second. No, thank you.
Hail. Name's Greg. Greg Bear. Most of the guys just call me Kodiak. Heard about that mess over at the Purifier. Don't you worry. You're safe here.
Hi, Greg. How'd you end up in the Brotherhood? I'm sorry, Greg is a funny name.
Now that's a story. The only reason I'm here is because of Elder Lyons. You see, I grew up in the pit. Don't suppose you ever been there, huh? It's about 500 clicks to the northwest. Place is a nightmare. 3 irradiated rivers coming together. People there were not well. But the Brotherhood of Steel came down on the place with a righteous hammer. They called it the Scourge.
What was the Scourge?
It was a Brotherhood operation. They marched in and swept the place clean. Most of the people there were half mutated, cancerous, vile things. And these people, rape gangs, torture squads, it was pure chaos there. The Scourge is the best thing that could have happened to it. This was way back, before the Citadel was fortified. Part of the early recon after the Brotherhood first arrived in this area. One night, a squad of brothers led by Paladin Lyons swept into the city from over Mount Wash, tearing apart anyone who stood against them. They were completely outnumbered, and still they razed that place to the ground.
How did you escape?
As they swept through, the Brotherhood policed up every...
Oh.
Me and maybe 20 others.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. I fucked up. Alright, let's start this again. How'd you escape?
As they swept through, the Brotherhood policed up every non-mutie child they could find. Turns out there weren't that many. Me and maybe 20 others. The younger we were, the less of a chance that we were mutated. It was ugly work, no doubt, but it had to be done. I'll never forget the sight of the Brotherhood of Steel breaching the breast of the mountain at dawn.
Son, what you have is called complex post-traumatic stress disorder. You are literally living with your captors, the people who murdered your people. It's yeah. Anyway, how did you end up back here?
Elder Lyons brought us all back to the Citadel. He said it was the safest place he knew of. This place was still being converted. He put us in as initiates and kept a watchful eye over us. He was tough, but he taught us to stay alive. The man's like a father to me.
Or a kidnapper? That's pretty amazing, Kodiak.
Nah. The amazing thing is Elder Lyons. He risked everything. Went in outmanned and outgunned. I'll never be able to thank him enough. So I do my best to serve the Brotherhood. I know that's what he really wants. In time, I'm sure you'll understand.
Oh, the indoctrination, my darling. All right, so any thoughts on the Enclave?
There's meat under that armor, and meat can be ground.
Care to share anything about super mutants?
Hell, I've killed more of those yellow Frankensteins than any other member of the Pride. Except maybe Gallows, those crazy solo night ops of his.
I've probably killed more than all of you. What can you tell me about Lion's Pride?
I see the Brotherhood's one thing, but the Pride, best of the best. Every damn one of us. Handpicked by Sentinel Lyons herself.
All right. What's your combat specialization in Lion's Pride?
Hell, I do it all. Recon, demolition, tactical assault. Guess you could say I'm the Pride's jack of all trades. Stand strong.
Or, you know, child soldier. Kidnapped child soldier.
Hail to you, stranger. I am Knight Captain Dusk, in service of Steel. If you require anything, simply ask.
A pie would be great. What's your story?
My story? I blow the head off anything more than 200 meters downrange. I'm the best shot in the Brotherhood of Steel, bar none. Not even Colvin can match my kill count. That's my story.
You mean you're the best shot? I'm here now. Ooh.
Hey, Wasteland humor. I like that. Got any more, funny girl?
Any more thoughts on the Enclave?
Honestly, I can't wait to see if one of those helmets can stop a hollow point round at 100 yards. I'm thinking Not.
Care to share anything about super mutants?
I can tell you that those heavily armored ones, the Masters, they favor heavy weapons. Miniguns and missile launchers. My recommendation? Headshot from a distance. Avoid the meat grinder.
Nah. Lion's Pride.
We're the most elite tactical unit ever assembled in the Brotherhood of Steel. Here or anywhere else. Hell, ain't nothing Sarah's Cubs can't handle.
What do you do here?
I'm a sniper with the Pride. Put any muty bastard within 1 mile of me and my rifle, and, well, pack it up, troops. Fight's over. Colvin thinks he's a better shot. Man's delusional.
We love a good Delulu, man.
Walk in steel.
I would prefer not. I prefer nice, comfy shoes.
Yes?
You don't say much, do you?
No, I don't. What do you want?
Any thoughts on the Enclave?
They're men. They're born, they live, they die. End of story.
Wow, profound. Super mutants.
Shoot them, they die. Stab them, they die. Strangle them, they die. Sarah appreciates my methods. I fill a role no one else can.
Meaning
Spec Ops. Let's leave it at that.
the line?
Hoo-ah, soldier.
Hooah!
Stay
Okay.
straight. Once again.
Alrighty. Hello.
Oh, yes, hello, I've heard about you. We don't get many strangers here in the Citadel, especially those who walk about unescorted. I am Scribe Bowditch. If you require something, simply ask. It's a rather sad story, I'm afraid. Last year, some of our soldiers had grave disagreements with the decisions of Elder Lyons. Disagreements spiraled out of control, and there was a schism in the ranks. The loyal soldiers practically threw out the dissenters. Now they call themselves the Outcasts.
What sort of disagreements did they have?
Where Elder Lyons has fought to protect the people of the capital Wasteland, the Outcasts demanded we move on and leave them to their fates. They insisted there was more important technology to be recovered in a scientific base in the ruins of Fort Independence to the west. As callous as their decision may be, it's more in line with our original mission. Elder Lyons is an inspiration to us, but to them, he's a traitor.
Who were the exiles?
The soldiers rallied behind Paladin Kasdan, who was one of Elder Lyons' original squad. They served together for over 20 years. Kasdan was well respected and every bit as loyal to the Brotherhood as Elder Lyons. He just disagreed with the interpretations of our oaths. But when disagreements turned into fistfights, he left with the Outcasts. We lost more allies that day than we ever have to any battle.
It sounds like it was quite a loss. Is there any way to reconcile? If so many people agreed with him, maybe he has a good point, or well, good riddance to them if you waver in your oath. Sorry, the word confused me for a second. We're gonna go with the first one, reconcile.
Lyons and Kasdan would have to agree to any sort of reconciliation, and that's pretty unlikely. They're both quite proud and stubborn. Me, I just wish there was a way we could all agree that at least we're still on the same side. There are bigger problems out there after all.
What are you doing about them?
As much as some of our soldiers would like to see them shot for deserting, there's not much we can do. We're too busy with the super mutants. Meanwhile, they're busy seeking out new technology and trying to get back in contact with the Brotherhood out west. So our paths rarely cross, but it's never pretty when they do. I just hope things cool down before it gets worse.
Alright, enough about them.
It is a rather discouraging subject, isn't it?
It's not too bad. What do scribes do?
Why, a great many things. There are 3 orders within the scribes, you see, each dedicated to a different field of study.
Could you name them?
Of course. There's the Order of the Sword, Order of the Shield, and Order of the Quill. The Order of the Sword develops and maintains the Brotherhood's weapons. The Order of the Shield does the same for our power armor and defenses. The Order of the Quill is responsible for recovering and preserving knowledge, ancient and otherwise.
Which order do you serve?
I am Proctor of the Order of the Shield. I oversee the others in my order and make sure our defenses are up to snuff. Do you know how long it took to fortify these ruins? From the husk of the Pentagon, I carved a grand citadel. No easy task, my friend. Ah, but that was yesterday, when all we had to worry about was those damn super mutants. The Enclave. Now, that's a different problem altogether. Very well.
All right. Enclave.
They're sporting some pretty impressive power armor, I'll give them that. The Advanced Mark II. But that's all right. With a few modifications, our own armor will more than handle anything they throw at it.
Care to share anything about super mutants?
They're relentless, like nothing I've ever seen before. I honestly think they see our brothers in power armor as some kind of canned meal. Some of the pieces we've had brought back, men and women ripped in half, some pulled through their armor. Just horrible.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but a canned meal got me. All right. Can you repair my equipment?
I suppose that I can. The Brotherhood can make use of Wasteland currency to trade.
Sure. Why not? All right. Can you tell me more about the Brotherhood of Steel?
Oh, yes, I can. In fact, I suspect I could write several texts on the various details of the Brotherhood.
What a nerd.
But I suspect you're in a hurry. So what particulars would you like to know?
Nerd. Central beliefs.
I'm afraid the answer to that is a lot more nuanced than others might suggest. Brotherhood members are sworn to acquire and protect technology of the past, but not everyone interprets these oaths in the same way. Elder Lyons sees these duties as part of a larger dedication to protect the innocent. Some, like the outcasts, disagree with these priorities.
All right. What have been the highlights of your time with the Brotherhood?
I like to think that I've still got some big achievements left in me, although some of my joints seem to disagree these days. I'll tell you what the lowlights of my time have been, though. Every time I've been shot at. I'm a scribe, not a soldier.
See, that would be my job if I was in the Brotherhood. Totally a scribe. No desire to be a soldier.
It seems like whichever challenge we're facing is always the biggest one. Survival at first, then expansion, and now cohesion. We've seen plenty of wasteland freaks or would-be dictators. They're not too bad. At least we've faced that sort of thing before. But more recent events, like the schism with the outcasts, those are the problems that worry me.
Don't worry, son. That'll all be taken care of.
I like to think...
Oh, I accidentally clicked the wrong one. That's enough for now. Okay. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. Back to work. Yes. All of you go back to work. I have things to do.
What aid can I offer you, outsider?
Probably nothing. All right. You must see a lot of things. What's been going on?
What's been going on? Well, let's see. For years, we've been draining our resources defending the ungrateful residents of this no-man's land. Most of my best friends have either been ripped apart by super mutants or left to join the outcasts. And now an enemy we faced more than 30 years ago has resurfaced, and their tech is still better than ours. What's been going on with you?
My dad died. Yeah.
I really don't want to go into it. Go bug Scribe Bowditch. He could talk a dog off a meat truck. I can help with that. What do you need?
Can you describe the layout?
You are currently in A Ring. Here you will find the Great Hall, the Lion's Den, and the Archives. Beyond this area is B Ring, quarters for the Knights, Scribes, and Elder Lions. Outside in the Bailey are the training areas and access to the Initiates Barracks. Other than that, down those steps is the lab. Be careful around there. The Scribes are touchy about who goes near their toys.
All right. Do you have a medic? Ooh.
You could say that. We have an old robo-doc. He's a bit creepy, but he does the job. You'll find him in B Ring.
I need some supplies. Who would I see?
Well, any one of us would see Knight Captain Durga down in the lab, but since you're an outsider, you'll need permission from Elder Lions.
All I needed.
Very well.
All right. Any thoughts on the Enclave?
As if we didn't have enough to worry about. Their weapons are better. Their power armor is better. Is their training better? We'll see.
I mean, yes, their power armor is better, but I'm wearing better armor. I'm just saying, like, I'm still the best.
You know how many uglies I've killed? More than all of Lion's pride combined. That's how many. All it takes is a loaded weapon and the will to use it. Oh, and a good way to get ugly blood out of your armor. Little bit of Abraxo and some water. Works like a charm.
Your armor should be made of metal, sir.
Hail.
It shouldn't be that hard unless you're letting it rust on there. Jesus. Okay, let's go to B first, because the thing is, we gotta go talk to the kid. And, you know, I have so many things that I should make sure I don't say any of them. So many things. Alrighty.
Hail.
I just want to make you talk to me because I think it's fun. Alright, Enclave Tactical Assessment. Weapons, plasma base, capable of molecular destabilization. Armor, advanced power armor Mark II transportation vertibirds. Tactical Assessment. The Enclave forces that may have occupied Project Purity are nearly identical to those encountered on the West Coast in 2241. Oh my god, I know how to read numbers. Threat potential severe. GNR Battle After Action Report. It is the opinion of Sentinel Lions that the recent super mutant attack on GNR was not indicative of a larger assault as was originally thought. Instead, the forces that attacked the radio station were probably en route to the mall to reinforce their own kind in a prolonged battle against the mercenaries of Talon Company. General Robot Diagnostics. Scribe Rothschild has completed a new full diagnostic of the robot. Here are those results. Mobility 0%, navigation translation 0%, internal processors 87%, weapon systems 60%, power management 3%, voice module 100%. It is the assessment of Scribe Rothschild that once the power management issues are solved, mobility and navigation translation will jump to at least 50%, well within acceptable operating capacity. What can I do with the robot? Oh my god, the robot. GNR soldier rotation. Due to the increased super mutant activity in the vicinity of GNR and the importance of that outpost, all knights and paladins can expect to be added to the patrol rotation in that area. See your squad leaders for more information. Notice: Redden funeral canceled. Due to certain unexpected tactical developments, funeral services for Initiate Redden have been canceled. A memorial service will be scheduled sometime in the future, date to be determined. Alright, these should all be the same, but we're gonna look just in case. Yep,